we are looking at the product for men. It contains the amino acid citrulline. I'll talk about it later. It includes citrus, bioflavonoids, lemon, orange, mandarin, lime. Ginseng root extract, notably vitamin D3 and hesperidin. Hesperidin is a bioflavonoid and so-called medium-chain fats. The product is not specifically for men. It is not. Now we'll describe its effects. And you'll see that girls can easily use it too, even together with the product we just mentioned. Well, let's take a look at what exactly in this product has a beneficial effect on men. Naturally, whenever we talk about men's health, sexual activity is, of course, implied. That's one part of men's health. Because testosterone, which was previously considered only a male sex hormone, is now regarded as a universal hormone found in both sexes. So this is testosterone, not a female hormone, but a male one. Some have high testosterone, and you can see it when a woman is muscular. It's serious. When it comes to testosterone, it affects not only sexual activity, but also the heart and willpower. That's the current understanding of the male sex hormone. So, this system here is mainly designed for male sexual activity. It includes, first, I'll start with ginseng root. Ginseng, meaning high quality ginseng grown in open soil, I emphasize. Grown in soil, because nowadays in many countries ginseng is cultivated in aero tanks called callus ginseng. Let's not talk about that. That's not real ginseng. But the one grown in open soil, even if it's not wild, is real ginseng. Ginseng is an adaptogen. We just talked about adaptogens with you here in the Renovo. That's it. And ginseng is a classic among adaptogens. All the adaptogen properties discussed in Renovo apply to ginseng. But ginseng has another very important property. It increases sexual activity and stimulates testosterone synthesis. That's exactly what I started our discussion with. It stimulates testosterone synthesis and boosts sexual activity and interest. I think this aspect, this side of life, is quite well known to everyone. Unfortunately, nowadays, all andrologists unanimously say that men are becoming impotent even at the age of 25 to 27. These are the findings of many conferences. I stand by my words. When we're talking about a more mature age, this aspect is extremely important. I won't discuss other effects of ginseng. We just talked about adaptogens in our previous conversation, but I absolutely have to highlight this side of the issue. Next, the following component. Next is amino acid citrulline. Where does it come from and what type is it? It's not proteinogenic. Citrulline is a component found in watermelon since it's in the juice. Latin for watermelon, citrullus. The amino acid is named for the fruit. Watermelon, botanically a berry. It functions in the process of neutralizing ammonia, which is called, though you don't need to remember this cycle of Krebs. Citrulline is converted into another amino acid called arginine. We mentioned arginine in one of the recipes, so the question is, why can't we just use arginine directly here? Low bioavailability. And to get around this drawback, it is better to use its precursor citrulline, which has high bioavailability, meaning its concentration in the blood rises quickly and efficiently, and in the liver it is converted into arginine. You might ask why we need arginine. Arginine is a source of nitric oxide, a small free radical NO, which dilates blood vessels. It increases blood flow. Moreover, this increase in blood flow applies to all organs, starting with the heart muscle, the brain, and the sexual sphere, where blood flow plays a very important and well-known role. This is the component included here. In addition to everything else, citrulline acts as a component of this cycle and as a neutralizer of ammonia, a very dangerous substance. In cases of impaired liver function, such as people who drink alcohol, those who work with chemicals, or those who take many medications, their liver's ability to neutralize ammonia is weakened. Ammonia is toxic for the brain, spinal cord, and centers responsible for sexual activity. That is why citrulline also performs an important function. This is a unique action mechanism. The next component is vitamin D3. Classic people say vitamin D3 is anti-rachitic. Anti-rachitic is outdated. It's time to stop using it. Many books still do. Moreover, vitamin D3 as a prohormone is a steroid. And in terms of its structure, it is actually quite similar to testosterone, and it actively influences testosterone synthesis in men. Females produce hormones from testosterone. This isn't a fantasy, it's true. And you remember, Parable Eve came from Adam's rib. That's what this is. Estradiol and estrogens form from testosterone. And vitamin D3 plays a crucial role, but it's not vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 is first converted in the liver, then in the kidneys, to become a hormone. This kidney hormone is calcitriol. The hormonal form of vitamin D3, this matters. Not D3 itself, but what the liver and kidneys produce, mechanism of action and reason for including vitamin D3, citrus bioflavonoids. They are diverse. These are bioflavonoids from lemon, orange, mandarin, and lime. Let me say right away that our habit of squeezing lemon means we don't get most of the beneficial substances from it. Use lemon with peel. Lemon, orange, mandarin, and lime are used with peel because the peel contains a higher amount of vitamin C and bioflavonoids. What color is a lemon? Yellow. Meaning these yellow flavonoids, including a separate flavonoid called hesperidin, it complements the flavonoids of lemon, orange, mandarin. This is a complex with antioxidant action. Because in any situation, the activation of water radical peroxidation processes is always excessive and is always a pathological process. In the case of men's issues, including sexual problems, this causes enormous stress. Men struggle with these conditions, and there is a sharp increase in free radical peroxidation, which can have a destructive effect on the heart muscle and on other organs. So the antioxidant complex that I mentioned plays a very important protective role. That's how it works.